Greetings, YouTube. Once again, happy Wednesday, happy Act 6 Day, happy new week of Nick Fury Intel event day. I have received just about 3 requests, probably will be more by the end of the day if I hadn't made this, from free-to-play players specifically, who have asked me to break down, as I've done in the past, unit by unit value of each of the items of the Great Revival bundle. So, off the top, this video is specifically for free-to-play players who have hoarded at least 6,000 units and can get this deal for quote-unquote free. Or anyone else, free-to-play or traditional cash spenders in the past, who have 6,000 units. If you have less than 6,000 units and you have to spend a penny of your money to get to the unit threshold of this deal, do not buy this deal. Do not give Kabam your cash. Just wait for a better unit deal and hopefully hoard units. But for those free-to-play players out there who've said, Prof, I'm 100% for the boycott, but joke's on you because I've been boycotting since day one because they've never got a penny of my money and I've been playing for 3 years or 4 years. Could you talk about the value of this? Because I'm at work and I don't want to do the math. Well, I'm at work and I don't want to do the math is pretty much the unofficial name of my channel when it comes to offer review grades. So let's go line by line and break down the value of all the items so that you free-to-play players out there or anyone really who has hoarded at least 6,000 units, and I am in that camp, right? I've got 8,700 units that I'm hoarding, and I'm very, very tempted to spend 2,500 of those on the first level of the Tier 5 Basic, Tier 2 Alpha deal because I think that's a good use of the units I've been hoarding for a couple months because I would be able to form another Tier 2, not only Tier 2 Alpha, another Tier 5 Basic fully formed from the 11,000 Tier 5 Basic fragments. So I'm going to be tempted for that, and so when you subtract 2,500 units from the 8,700 I have, I've got just over, ironically, about 6,000 units left, which would be able to give me this deal for free. And I have to ask myself the same question you've got to ask yourself if you're clicking on this video. Am I going to spend enough revives and potions to where I will need these? Now, thankfully, the nice thing about these is that you can't get them in the store. And so other than like the level 5 health potions, and I don't know if it's team health potions. One of those items you can get. But the level 3 revives, level 3 team revives, you can't get in the store. And the energy refills, of course, you can. So you also need to check your inventory. So if I'm watching this video and I'm trying to decide whether or not to spend the 6,000 units I've hoarded, you've got to ask yourself how much of this will overflow into my inventory, because you don't want to be in a situation where you waste units and then end up not needing the items for Act 6. So, I'm looking at my inventory, for example, and I'm seeing that I have maxed out 15 out of 15 level 3 revives. And as far as level 3 team revives, I've got 4 out of 5 of those maxed. And then I go to health potions, and I have noticed that I am also maxed at level 5 health potions. So it doesn't mean that I shouldn't get this. What that does mean is that I better make sure that I use those potions and revives and don't waste them, because if my skill, for example, is better than I thought, if I have hoarded too many revives and potions, then I've essentially wasted them because they're going to go into my overflow. And for every item that goes into your overflow, as you can see, if you don't use it, it's got that timer, and the timer will expire, the item will disappear, and you will lose out on the value of that item completely. So really, if Kabam was going to be more generous, and of course they're almost never generous, so what's to be expected? But what they should have done was have these offers available for at least 48 hours, but ideally the entire week. Just make it an Act 6 week announcement where we're going to say we're going to give you a week to hoard 6,000 units and instead of 24 hours. But of course, the Kabam marketing method is the 24 hours, not the week of time, and that is why we are in the predicament that we're in. Okay, so back to this. Let's go item by item now that we've discussed the inventory limits of how you should view this bundle if you've got the units. And let's just go line by line and talk about it. So 25 level 5 health potions. We know the value of this. This is exactly 700 units worth of level 5 health potions. And those, aren't too bad. They restore 3,700 and 50 health to one champion. Now, the level 5 team health potions we also know are worth 750 units total, 2,000 health to each team member. Not too bad when you're putting the health into, say, a team revive. Now, the next two items are going to be up for debate because they're the ones that you really don't know the value of. We know the value of the level 2s, but not the level 3s. The level 2s only give you 40%. And the level 3s give you 60, and that is a significant difference, especially to somebody like, say, a Stark Spidey, who only has his signature ability at above 50% health. So I think the level 3 revives have anywhere between a 60 to 80 units worth of value. And so I would put those at a minimum of 900 units worth of value, but it could be as much as, 1,200 units worth of value. And the level 3 team revives have anywhere from 150 units worth of value to 200 to 250 units worth of value, probably closer to 200. And then, of course, we know the value of energy refills. They're 30 units per, 300 units total. Although those are up for debate if you're like me and you always have them in the overflow now because of awesome things like peak milestones. So they really don't have the value that they once did. I don't really know anyone really who spends their actual units for energy refills. They wait until get them in arena crystals or in the peak milestones that I just mentioned. But if you factor all of these prices together without even thinking about the rank 3 to rank 4 5-star rank up gem crystal, you have anywhere between a 2,300 to like 2,600 units worth of actual guaranteed value, not counting the level 3s. And when you factor those in, you have everything from a 3,500 to generously a 4,000 unit value for everything, not including the 5-star rank up gem crystal. So about 4,000 units worth of value, which of course would make the rank up gem anywhere from 2,000 units to 2,500 units, depending on how you value and are going to use the potions, the revives, and the energy refills. So as a reminder, if you didn't see the other video I put out today, a rank 3 to rank 4 crystal is class-based, so it's not generic. If it was a generic rank up gem, I think it would have the guaranteed value of much more than I'm giving it. So let's just look at one of my rank 3 5 stars and remind ourselves. Let's say I land on tech, and believe it or not, with all of the ghost AI issues, and also because Nebula's synergies are much better for champions that already have ranked up, I would take Nebula up if I got a tech rank up gem. I don't know why I said tank. And so when you click upgrade, that upgrade gem is worth 6 tier 4 basics, 4 tier 4 class catalyst of that class, 6 tier 1 alphas, and 4 fully formed tier 2 alphas. I think 4 fully formed tier 2 alphas in units by itself is worth at least a minimum of 4,000 units. I think we haven't even seen an offer that would give you a fully formed tier 2 alpha for 1,000 units. So that's a minimum of 4,000 units. And then 6 tier 1 alphas, I would say generously that's worth about 50 to 100 units apiece, low end 300 units. 4 tier 4 class catalyst of your choice, I think that's worth at least another 2,000 units worth of value. And then 4 tier 4 basics. A lot of people are telling me, Prof, I know you sound like it's easy for you to get tier 4 basics, but I still struggle to get tier 4 basics. I think those are worth at least 100 units apiece, or 600 units total for 6. So 600 plus another 2,000 is 2,600, plus another 3, we'll just say it's 3,000 for the top 3. And then for the, so it's really, that rank up gem, if you land on it correctly, could be worth almost the price of the bundle by itself of 6,000 units. So when you factor it all together, this bundle worth of guaranteed value has at least 9,000 units worth of value, but closer to 9,500 units or 10,000 units really than it does anything else. And so as I've been able to take a step back and answer the question for the free-to-play audience, I too have had my eyes opened for this bundle, and I am definitely leaning toward getting it because I already have the units. If you don't, please don't get this. Don't give Kabam your money. Just wait and hoard your units and learn this as a lesson to why it's so great to hoard units for guaranteed value instead of doing a bunch of gambles like Grandmaster Future Crystals, which are mostly going to be $10 a piece for 3-star champions. Although if you become Cavalier now, you'll obviously have those for 200 and have a much better drop rate for 5 and 6-star champions even. So free-to-play players, this video is for you, and I'm sure I'll put that in the title. It's like the free-to-play 9,000 or 10,000 unit dilemma for this bundle. So don't have to spend any money because you never spend money, hence the words free to play. Are you tempted to get it, or do you think it is better for you to just wait and use your units on things like level 2 revives and level 2 team revives because that might be a better use of the math? It's just going to depend on two things: your inventory and whether or not you're going to jump straight into Act 6 and try to clear all 10 paths in the next week. So answer those questions for you. I hope this video has helped. I do think if you have the units, it's a very fair offer. You just have to ask yourself if you're going to use them or not. So yeah, my opinion of this, as I've done a breakdown of each item line by line, has actually grown, but only in the case of people who, like me, already have units that I didn't spend cash on. I got them for grinding in the arena and also doing things like completing milestones in the event quest. Thanks for watching. My voice is getting hoarse as I don't even think I just pronounced the word quest right. So I'm going to end this video now and say I hope this helps those of you making this decision. Good luck, and if you do get this with your units, let me know what gym you got and maybe who you're going to choose to use it on. Have a good day, YouTube. Thanks for watching.